Please let me start by saying I do not give two shits about body count or my girlfriend's past relationships. We have been dating for 3 years now. Monogamous, we discussed it and agreed before we got serious. She has a more adventurous past than I do. Like I said, doesn't matter to me. She is still friends with people from he past. I still see some of my exes socially as well. We live in a small city and she hates leaving our area of the city. I actually moved from a much safer area to live with her because of that. It's fine, I rent out my house and use that money as my contribution to our budget. It's great because it frees up the rest of my income. The problem is some of her friends. Their sex lives seem to be their entire personality, which once again is fine. One of my best friends is covered in Dragon Ball tattoos. However, he never tries to tell me all the lore. He friends like to push my buttons about her past and the things she has done, kind of gross and inappropriate. I shut it down immediately. I don't care that when she was in their sex group, they would offer her to new people. I know it was consensual, but I don't need to hear about it. She constantly tells them to shut up about it as well, but she won't cut them off. They're in my home at least every couple of months and we go there or out with them as often. Recently, my sister stayed over for a week while she was in town for a friend's wedding. My girlfriend had her friends over and they thought it would be a good idea to talk to her about my girlfriend's adventures. My sister is very vanilla and was horrified. She asked me if I knew. I had to admit that I did, but that it was in the past and not our future. She still moved to a hotel for the last days of he visit. She was very uncomfortable being around my girlfriend. She promised not to tell anyone else. I realized that this was never going to change if I did nothing. So I had a conversation with my girlfriend. I told her that she either needed to control he friends or cut them off. She said neither option was possible. I told her I understood and I told her that meant marriage was off the table. I wasn't going to have these people talking about he past with my family and friends. She is now pissed at me for giving he an ultimatum. I absolutely didn't. I accepted her choice. Then I told he my decision. I don't want these people in my life, but I am willing to do so if they control themselves. She said it was rude of me to ask them to behave. I said cool, I'm happy with our relationship, but it isn't going any further. I don't think I'm being unfair or a pride. She has her position and I have mine.